Hi, it's Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I wanted to talk matting. Now, matting is simply where you put a larger piece of card or paper underneath a smaller item, leaving a gap so it kind of constitutes a frame around it. And in card making it's used an awful lot. Now in my particular case, since I've got an automatic sort of cutting machine, Silver Bullet, I tend to do most of my matting electronically, but on the odd occasion when I don't, then it's quite difficult if you just use normal measuring methods to get a nice even mat around something. So I was looking online and I found there's a tool called Perfect Layers, and it constitutes a set of 3 rulers, acrylic rulers, and there are some ridges underneath them. And I thought, it's interesting. I see where they're coming from. That definitely works. But I thought, yeah, how much is that? And I looked at the price tag and thought, ouch, for something that I'm going to use occasionally. No, that's not going to happen. Just not going to happen at all. What have I got, I thought, that I could use instead? Now, I am well aware that what I could do is make myself my own version, because I could get an acrylic ruler, cut some straight strips of something stiff, like cork or whatever, and put it on the back of it and do something similar. But even without doing that, I figured I've probably got something that will do the job. And it turns out I have. Now, the first thing that I happen to have, which I noticed, is I happen to have a set square which has got various ridges on the edges of it. And these would be a reasonable guide if I wanted to do some matting. All I'd need to do is to put the ridge against the edge of my object and cut, and there we go. As long as I didn't move this, that would work quite fine. And I thought, okay, I've got different rulers, and I don't know why rulers have these ridges in them, but they could be useful. So what I decided to do was have a quick look, see and play, and see what happens. And if you do it with the ruler up this way, no, it's not really of any great use. However, if you turn the ruler over so it's upside down, and you then put it against this, you discover there is a ridge, quite a good ridge, thank you very much. I'm just going to get a pen and draw a line. Okay, so that would give me a very wide mat, and sometimes that's what you want. Now if I turn it around the other way and find the ridge and do that, I get a narrower one. I don't know if you can see those lines. So basically, if you have a ruler of this type, you can do some simple matting without any other tool, simply by gluing your object to whatever you want to mat it onto and turning your ruler over and just finding the edge. In this particular case, there we go, there's the edge. So I could then go down like so, and you can see that I would have the corresponding line. Okay, so job done pretty much. Now, different rulers have different ridges, and I've got this 50 centimeter ruler, and I have no idea what result I would get with that. So put this one down and do a line. Okay, so I've got yet another one. Turn it around the other way and find the edge. That one's not quite such an obvious ridge, but do another line. Yeah, and very slightly different. So I've actually got 1, 2, 3 and 4 different matting lines. And if I chose to use this one, I may not get this straight because I'm working in front of the camera from behind it and it's quite difficult to see what I'm doing. But you'll get the idea. I've got another alternative, and if I used a different edge on this, I would have yet another alternative, or two or three, because they all seem to be very slightly different. Can't see what I'm doing here. I think that one's going to be very similar to one of the others. Yeah, very similar. But you get the idea. You can do your matting with other tools without having to do any measuring. And if you're not too hot at maths, or you dislike measuring, or you end up getting it wrong because you draw the line incorrectly or whatever, then that would save you the problem. But if anyone can tell me what these ridges are supposed to be used for, maybe that is the intended purpose, I don't know, but if anyone can tell me what these ridges are supposed to be for, I would love to know. This one has got more complicated ridges than this one does. I'm guessing this is just a finger grip, but maybe it isn't, because generally when things are manufactured, they're manufactured as simply as possible to keep the cost down. So I guess there must be a reason for these things. I just don't know what it is. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'm hoping that you can give me some answers for a change. Take care now. Bye-bye.